We are live. It is halftime. We are seeing Trevor Lawrence walk into the tunnel. He's been outplayed tonight, Andy, by Mr. Jake Browning, leaving the world wondering, is Joe Burrow a system quarterback? Jake Browning is doing a damned fine Joe Burrow impression if I've ever seen one. Granted, it has been a lot of easy stuff. They're pressing a lot of easy buttons, but to this point in the season, a lot of people had kind of regarded the Jags defense, albeit somewhat fraudulent potentially. They were playing well. This has been a weird game, and it is tied 14-14 at half. I'm split attention right now because I'm also watching the tail end of the in-season tournament first quarter final, which is tied at 96. 99-98 right now. Celtics live total I got in at under 222. We'll see if that gets home. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a slow regulation finish. exactly. What do you make of this game?
Than being right by like 20 points and watching like double overtime unfold.
Happens all the time.
Makes you goddamn blood boil. So I mean, they're moving Browning around. They're getting him the stuff, the tight ends coming across, Mixon leaking out. And even when they're not giving him the easy stuff, he's using his legs and kind of has a little bit of pocket presence. He's finding time to find guys open downfield. It's not like they have bad receivers. Should we? I don't know if we should just take Bengals. Bengals are over. Like, what's the play here? The Jags' offense is very good. I'm sure they'll sort things out in the score here, but
I don't know, man. The Bengals have right Sam. Now. Yeah, the defense looking kind of stinky. The Bengals have Sam Hubbard back. They're doing a better job defending the run. There were some clever Jaguars plays that got them some chunk yards. Your Christian Kirkover got there on the first play, and then he's out of the game. That was pretty. That was somewhat humorous. Congratulations to anyone who bet longest reception Christian Kirk and no other Christian Kirk prop because every other one is a fail.
I think Darren had that too. A couple guys I knew had said, I bet that too. Good.
I wasn't watching super close, and you were probably out on the boat, but Calvin Ridley had a 34-ish yarder that hit him square in the hands that he dropped. So both of your long receptions props should have gotten there. I kind of would rather play over if we can get a 20.5 still, but Chris is at 21.5, which I think is fair. This is probably going to be decided by end game state, and both teams pretty dynamic red zone offenses, at least as we've seen so far tonight. So we're probably talking about touchdowns, not field goals. The aggressiveness of Zach Taylor is exciting to me. Like going forward on that first fourth down, like he obviously is like, this is our game. This is our Super Bowl. Like this is it. And he's unloading everything, which is cool. I didn't love the play where it's the throwback. That one they could leave. Yeah.
I like that. Those sneaks that they've used with Trevor. I couldn't think of his name. Jesus.
Yeah.
But a little.
T-Law.
Those sneaks are pretty money. He's a big dude.
Yeah. Peterson going to the push playbook. Obviously, like he was obviously going to identify that as we can do that too. Yeah.
Oh, no I know these guys.
Oh, I know that play. Your call. Your call. Bengals are over. It's up to you.
Let's go over 20.5. There's 20.5s out there. I'll hunt down something. I'm sure if I look at Bet Online and a couple other places, we'll find something.
Okay.
Honestly, and Giorgio's getting wild because that's what he does. He's our dom.
He thinks this is an upset waiting to happen, huh?
He said second half money line. That's gonna be what, a 250?
Plus 253. You want to play a little of that? Do you have a whiff like Jags are going to screw this up? Because it kind of feels like it to me.
I don't hate putting a couple bucks on that, huh?
All right, let's play a little Let's play a little Bengals money line outright.
It's funny because all the narratives all day and yesterday too, after the dust settled, was, the Jaguars control their own destiny for the 1 seed. Which, granted, they have some games that
they just have to
be
win some hard.
Tough to win games against some offense, but. Like it'd be funny if they just fell on their face immediately. I mean, we love the Jags. I have a Ooh, is this alive again, Drew? Jaguars Packers Super Bowl matchup.
It's definitely alive.
But then like a 1,000,000,000,000 or whatever it was.
It's definitely. We'll talk about the Packers a little bit after because they burned a pile of money for me yesterday, or at least they beat me badly yesterday.
Yeah.
The Jags are 8-3. A loss here would make them 8-4. That is only one win ahead of the Texans for the division. So what a heel turn of you control your own destiny for the 1 seed to you don't even have a home game, which is kind of in the balance all of a sudden for this Jags here. Yeah, I think Bengals are out to 6 on Chris. Now that's not a huge difference from 5.5.
It would be a terrible Super Bowl
for a second half. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. They have to get healthy. Obviously, and the loss of the loss of one of your best receivers sucks right off the bat. You're not super deep. Zay brings certain things, but it'd be nice to have both of your wide receivers. That's kind of the game plan was to have them both.
Can you did you see confirmation that he's out? Did you see confirmation that he's out?
It didn't seem like groin stuff. Those are so hard to, come back from. It feels like in a quick turnaround.
All the info guys are too busy like losing their shit over the Manning cast and Tua who can play the guitar.
I know.
I've seen questionable with the groin. I haven't seen confirmation if he's coming back or not. And I'm not listening to the broadcast. So
no, I didn't put Manning cast on tonight because I wasn't going to do volume. I'm doing some other stuff, but I heard he did play guitar, which is good. I played the French horn. You don't see me bragging.
Hey, do you have an opinion on why Orlando Brown Jr. did a dance and then called us all jackasses?
What did it feel like the
Happy Gilmore
guy
thing?
The Happy Gilmore.
It felt like the Happy Gilmore in the same in the same tone. Yeah.
Yeah, the tone and delivery were like that, but why are you referencing like a 30-year-old movie in a
I don't know. I didn't get it.
Dance?
I didn't get it.
He said it right to us. I'm like, holy shit. Is he talking to us?
Call me a jackass? Oh. But yeah, it was like the Happy Gilmore joke, but like did he just watch Happy Gilmore for the first time and he's like, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Next time we do the dance, I'm gonna drop it. I'm dropping it. It's so funny. I'm so funny.
Do it, dude. It's not cool. Don't do it. I'm gonna do it, guys.
That movie was like from 1997, Andy. Actually, I don't know what year do you think Happy Gilmore was? 96, 97?
Maybe if I were a pro football player, all of my touchdown celebrations would be crazy outdated references. I would do the jewelry box snap from Pretty Woman. Just like I'd do a Ghostbusters one. It would just go like, is he trying to act out part from Funny Farm?
Yeah, I was thinking of other Billy the Billy Madison Stop Looking at Me song would be tremendous.
The volcano.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk in Southern California about El Nino this year, and it just had all I can think of is Chris Farley doing the El Nino bit in the wrestling calendar. They called me El Nino. That's Spanish for the Nino. It's like, yes, wonderful, hilarious.
I will give Indecent Proposal Jesus. That's a good one too. As far as a celebration, 1,000,000 bonus internet points to anybody who can guess what movie I was watching right before the game started. Feel free to guess for a while we talk Packers.
Did you tell me? I don't want to spoil it. I don't know. Is it Chris? Is it seasonally themed?
No.
Okay.
Fargo is a good guess, though. I almost watched that. Has anyone watched the Fargo television series?
I've heard great things about it. It's on my list, but I have not.
Series. Genre would be, you know what? I'm going to give you a genre.
Yeah, go for it.
B movie. Three Ninjas Strike Back. Not even the original. He went with the sequel. Oh my god, that is pretty funny. Everyone's going with sequels. Major League 3, Back to the Minors.
Showgirls, yeah, sure.
Showgirls a long time.
It's a bad one. All right, we need more hints.
Not B movie about bees. No.
No, B movie is in a movie that was lately in theaters, if at all. Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Movie is a hell of a guess. Celtics are out, huh?
Yeah, it's not good. It was not close actually in the end.
They'll have to wipe their tears with the O'Brien Trophy.
Yeah, you know who Tyrese Halliburton is kind of officially a thing now. He was incredible tonight. Triple-double for Tyrese. Playing through it. The total's probably not
Safe?
good. No, I don't think so. 114, 105, unless they just let it like kind of run out here. I think it's going to go over.
That's the thing, though, Drew. It's a playoff game.
It's a play, but it's
oh my god, SLC Punk. What a call. That's a good movie.
Okay, yeah. Tell us what were you watching?
Death Race 2000.
Death Race 2000
with Carradine.
What in the world?
And okay, so Carradine is in it. Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
I can't think of the guy's name.
1975? Holy shit, man.
I can't think of the guy's name right now, but he plays the bad guy from Karate Kid, the older.
Martin Cove, Nero the hero.
Cove, yes, he's in that. How did he not guess Death Race 2000? Martin Cove.
Death Race 2000.
It was a B movie.
Yeah.
The B movie is like, you can tell they just didn't have a lot of props. Like when there's like a scene, it's like, oh, they hardly got anything in this room.
Yeah.
Ton of nudity for no reason, and then just bad special effects.
It looks like, was this made after like the first Mad Max as like a quasi copy of it?
I think it was based on a book.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
Yeah, it was Stallone, young Stallone. He's Kirk is ruled out. Thank you, Matthew.
Kirk ruled out. Okay.
I guess I assumed.
Trey Herndon also downgraded to out. He is a cornerback. The Bengals, man, I think they might win this game.
It depends if you get, even 80% of the Browning we saw. If Browning goes full pumpkin, we're fucked.
They're playing up so far.
Was it Frank Stallone? I did watch a Frank Stallone movie the other day. I don't know if anybody can name a Frank Stallone movie.
I mean,
you were going to try and you couldn't.
I was going to try. Yeah. He had a pretty long career.
He wasn't
the
main character. I don't
really
think he was
terrible.
the main character in anything.
He was credited for.
Mickey Hill nailed it. Barfly.
He was credited in Rambo First Blood Part 2 for the soundtrack. He's credited
as like a musical contributor a lot. Barfly is correct.
Yeah.
I've been on a Mickey Rooney tear.
Okay. All right. You're going. Why? What's caused you to go back to this era of movie? Out of curiosity.
There's not a lot on I want to watch right now.
Frank Stallone's known for on IMDb includes Hudson Hawk. Do you remember that Bruce Willis movie?
Yeah, Bruce Willis, where he sings when he has to like dance and sing when he's robbing shit.
That's right. Cat burglar is forced to steal Da Vinci works of art for a world domination plot. Hudson Hawk.
I should put that on the list. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's got an acting credit in Hudson Hawk, along with Andy McDowell, the great Andy McDowell.
Her daughter now is
Oh yeah, who's her daughter?
It's that.
Oh, the gal from Leftovers. No.
Yeah, she's in Leftovers. She's in.
That's Andy McDowell's daughter. Yeah.
Yep.
Incredible. And she's in. She plays the girl who puts her feet on the dashboard in the Quentin Tarantino movie. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Packers. Jordan Love. I read a bunch of quotes. I read a bunch of articles, and I was trying to figure out if there was some magic formula. All I landed on was like, sometimes it just takes a while, man. Like basically, the shit he was doing wrong. Mina Kimes had a good tweet about this, and it made me think. And I went back and looked at some box scores. He's always had the big plays, but he threw in like 15 shitty plays where he'd throw a bad interception or
Sure.
just throw a ball 10 feet over a guy's head on an out route. He mixed in so many of those, it was hard to give him credit. Like, he had the big plays in there. He just had to clean up all the other stuff. And if you go, I went and pulled up a bunch of stats on like how he does versus the blitz, how he does versus pressure, and I split it by first 6 games, first 8 games, whatever. And huge jumps in completion percentage and any other stats you'd want. So I think probably just sitting on the bench isn't the same as playing and prepping with the ones every week. And it might have taken 8 weeks.
Well, the game's slowing down.
Figure out how to make pre-snap reads on blitzes, on pressure, and now he's just been a lot better. I think I don't know that he's going to be a superstar, but if they can get this level out of him, they can win games, man.
Okay, so catching you up on the game here, Doug Peterson lost his nerve on 4th and 1. Lost his nerve on 4th and 1 in his own 40. Did not go for it. Elected to punt it. So he's throwing his defense out there and saying, Jake Browning, I dare you to keep beating us. Man, wild game so far. Any thoughts on how you would currently constituted power rate Green Bay against the rest of the NFC? Are they your number 4 team right now, above the Lions, or 5 below the Lions, above the Rams? What's your temperature on the 4, 5, 6 of the NFC at this moment?
All right, so obviously Niners gap, Dallas Eagles right there with each other. Dallas is slightly better. Detroit would still be 4. And then, but not much of a gap between Detroit and then dropping down to Green Bay and the Rams at that point. So Green Bay and the Rams kind of, I'd have to look at where my numbers were last week. I'm sure I had the Rams ahead of them, but I'd say like 5, 6 right there.
Okay.
And it's hard to judge that Rams game because they kind of played, they didn't play all that well in the first half, but they were able to, they put it together. They put it together and beat a team they should have. And that's still a very tough defense.
Of course.
Whatever you want to say about it, it's still a very tough defense.
Monsters on that D-line.
So, yeah, I'm fine with that being the 5th best team. Okay. And honestly, if the Lions defense continues to suck shit, like, Green Bay can win the division somehow.
They definitely can. Yeah. I don't think that it's a of the divisions that are presumed to be sewn up, I actually don't think any of them are, except for the Chiefs. Right? Niners and Chiefs. Niners is sewn up. Yeah, Niners is done.
The Jags, obviously, if they win this, that's a big deal for that. But the AFC East, if you get a Miami win this week,
doesn't matter for them.
It helps though.
Yeah, their final 3 games
they have such a tough stretch.
Their final 3 games are Baltimore, Dallas, Bills. Is that right? Like if the Dolphins lose all 3 of those games, Cowboys at Ravens, Bills. If they lose all 3 of those games, then they're fun. They're at 11-6, and the Bills can absolutely steal.
I don't think I have any skin in the game with anything there. Where it'd be kind of cool if that Bills-Dolphins game was for the division.
Like, I kind of think it might be.
Have a fucking banger in Week 18.
Yeah, I think it might be, and I think that's your prime time. As I look at currently what's going on in Week 18, that to me looks like your Week 18 prime time. And it might be huge because Bills might need to win to get the 4 seed and could be out of the playoffs altogether with a loss. Right?
That would be awesome if it was.
It's kind of what it looks like.
Win the division, or you're the 8.
Miami's playing for a home game or a wild card, and the Bills are literally playing for their lives. But it can only be 4. That's kind of. I think there are a lot of machinations where that's how that works out.
Yeah.
The Bills have to keep winning, obviously. If the Bills lose a game between now and then it's all fucked.
The North obviously is not sewn up either. Even with Baltimore's good luck with their opponents losing, they have tough games coming up, and they have some flaws yet. The North, like you said, Detroit sort of sewn, but that defense is going to let bad teams beat them, and Green Bay keeps winning.
Yeah.
I mean, Minnesota has winnable games too. Like there's teams right on their tails. The NFC South is obviously a D fire, but Atlanta kind of opened up a lead there.
Yeah, they have to beat. Actually, Atlanta basically has a play in against the Bucks this week. If Atlanta beats the Bucks this week, it's over. Yeah.
What do you think about Tua or Josh?
Bengals 76-yard touchdown pass to Jamar Chase. The upset is looking live. It's looking live. Plus 253 on the money line.
This is so
great.
Good.
Oh, yeah. 76-yard touchdown. Oh, so good. Yeah, absolutely. Jamar Chase just burned. Who was that?
What do you think of Josh Allen MVP at the price he's at right now with his remaining schedule?
Not bettable.
It's kind of big, though.
No, it's not bettable, though.
It's not.
You might as well just bet the Bills every single week in and roll it over. You're going to get a better number, and you might get that, and he still doesn't get the award. Like, it's very possible.
Yeah.
What? Wait, did I already ask you this? How much did you downgrade the Chiefs after yesterday? And in considering injuries and stuff too.
I haven't yet. I wanted a couple more updates on, because the injuries are bad. Like they lost several players on a defense that was playing well, and we've all seen this offense has issues if you're able to take away Travis, if you can't run the ball a little bit, if you're not getting the scrambles to third down conversions from Pat. But if the defense takes a big step back too,
if it's a bad injury report, I could see that closing pick.
Yeah, it could be. It's weird downgrading it off. I don't want to call them no-namers, but it's not like it's not like, oh, they lost Myles Garrett. But once it starts to turn into a cluster injury like this, and you have multiple players go down, you've already had Bolton and Gay injured this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've had bad luck on the defensive side. It could be a decent downgrade.
Yeah.
That's my morning project. Is I want to catch up on all the injury news, clean up my power numbers for the week.
Yeah, I have no idea who's going to get the 1 seed in the MVP race, but I feel like it's going to be a lackluster season from Mahomes that ultimately gets it. And so I think that means it's probably your 1 seed, NFC 1 seed, which right now I think is pretty likely to be the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy leading in total EPA might make this kind of a no-duh decision. You might have number one team, best player. Like it might be, this might be a slam dunk.
If the Eagles win this week, I think the 1 seed's kind of over.
The Eagles get it. Yeah, I agree with that. And then it's the Matt Ryan case
like,
for Purdy, where you're literally saying,
of thing, like, if you want to bet Jalen Hurts to win the MVP right now, you should probably just be taking the Eagles money line this week.
Yeah,
because those two are very connected. There's not a lot. If they don't win this game against Dallas, there's very small path for him to do that. So
almost zero. Yeah.
I would consider putting something on the Eagles to win straight up. Eagles minus 3.5, little fun all too.
Okay. I think Hurts's MVP case is on life support. Even with a win, I don't think he's looking that great, because he's not going to be. He'll be like 1 win clear of the Niners for the 1 seed when the dust settles, and his numbers are vastly inferior to what Purdy's doing. Right.
That's where I really think like it's tough. Someone has to have a stretch run here. Like none of these guys are exciting. I don't think voters are actually excited to vote for Purdy in this spot, because of the credit that gets split with Sirianni and CMC. People,
you mean Shanny? Yeah.
Or Shanny. I'm sorry. The credit obviously is weird with or if Dallas doesn't get a division win, it feels weird voting for an MVP from a wild card team. So like somebody has to have a nasty stretch run here over the last 4 or 5 weeks to get it done. And I kind of want to look at all the schedules again. I don't know if it's super capable, because I think Tyreek steals some of his thunder as well. Like I said, if you're going to steal credit from Purdy and give it to CMC, you got to do the same thing with McDaniel and Tyreek, obviously. But if Tua knocks out 1,500 yards over the last 5 games and 7, 8, 10, 12 touchdowns, who knows? Like that's a thing. But his number isn't big enough. Like what is it, 7-1? I'm not like excited about this.
Yeah.
Who is the most likely to have a really big stretch run and not rest guys in week 18?
Probably Purdy and the Niners, really, because like they have it relatively soft, except for one big game against Baltimore, and Baltimore is going to be at a pretty disadvantageous spot. And Purdy can basically, if assuming that Dak and the Cowboys take care of the Eagles this week, which is far from a confident take. I have no idea what happens in that game. But if Dak puts another loss on the Eagles' resume, then that does open the door for the 1 seed for the Niners, and they can secure it by beating the Ravens in a really high-profile game. And if they do that, then people have already been thinking for a month.
Talked about
Purdy's
Lamar.
the MVP.
Lamar has some games coming up that if he beats those teams,
he could steal it. Yeah,
he's in there.
Yeah, he's in there. His numbers are atrocious, and there's not enough time left to make him up. Like, he's never going to catch a lot of the guys at the top
but
here.
A 1 seed with big wins late in the season where people remember.
Could definitely get it. Yep.
Feasible. Somebody asked about DPOI if there's room for a dark horse. Dark horse would have to have, like, I don't know, like they'd have to go on a nasty sack run. Yeah, DPOI. Someone would have to go on a sack run where they had like 22 sacks at the end of it, but it's probably one of the big three still.
Yeah. Parsons missed 2, maybe 3 sacks by the hair of his chin on Thursday night. And it was those would have been nice. He still trails in the sacks. Watt only got half a sack, and Garrett did not register a sack against the Rams. So
I didn't have a chance to look at that. Was something I wrote down. I wanted to look at Garrett's pass rush win rate after that game, because I didn't watch I didn't watch a ton of that.
Yeah.
ROI, real Anderson time. As that team gets more and more vibes and buzz. What?
Big third down here. Jags are 3rd and 7 at their own 42.
Every dad
they just got a penalty.
Big third down here.
Big third down here. Yeah, big one. My ESPN stream is very, very behind, which is annoying me.
My stream east has been pretty good.
I don't know about D-Roy. Yeah,
I still haven't figured out Monday Night Football.
Oh, it's funny. The coach of the year market is the other kind of really interesting one.
It's bunched up, but
it's a freaking crowded market. There are 5-6 guys that could realistically win it. Dan Campbell's the guy to beat.
Yeah, if the Lions go 4-1, you'll also have the narrative of, this is a team that's been in the league for 100 years, and this is the most wins they've ever gotten as a franchise.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's pretty good. That was a good conversion to Zay Jones, by the way. If you wanted to know, the Jaguars continue to march. The Jaguars march. The final 4-minute scoring between Celtics and Pacers was absolutely ridiculous. It ended up with a total 12 points over the live total. So that was that. And then there was that. Yeah, I think
maybe I'm gone. Maybe I'm done. So I don't know if I'm still.
Yeah, I'm losing you. All right, we'll call it. We'll call it here. Any other final thought? Oh yeah, real quick. One final thought I need from you, if you can still hear me. Can you hear me? I think we lost Andy. Well, I was going to ask Andy, what's the best way to attack the Bears-Lions game, which looks like a weather game, in which the Lions will be maybe without one of their most important pieces, center Frank Ragnow, who is dealing with an injury. I can't decide between under or Bears money line, but the Bears defense looks like they're going to have a heck of a time on Sunday. So we'll get Andy's thoughts on that on Wednesday. Best of luck, guys. Hopefully the Jaguars continue to drive and score some points for us here. First down again. We have 1st and 10 now on the Cincy 30. So touchdown here would be just swell. And we'll see you guys Wednesday.